Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, I wanted to start on the 4-hour chart. I've changed colors here a little bit just to make it more aligned and better visible. Overall, we still have on this chart, and I think it's important to understand the 4-hour chart in order to understand what's happening on the, let's say, the 1-hour chart, because we're now getting to a key point here, key decision point. Yeah. As you will have noticed today, Bitcoin, while it hasn't broken resistance, it's moving quite deep into resistance. So on this chart, yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, we're still tracking either a 1-2, 1-2 setup, yeah, or all of this as a wave 1 and the wave 2. In the second scenario, actually, the retracement potential is much lower. It can go down much lower. But at the moment, it all depends on, okay, is it a 1-2, 1-2 or large 1 and large 2? That really depends on which support level is holding here. If we're holding 22K, we can count that as 1-2, 1-2, which would be more bullish along the way to the upside. If it goes below 22K, I have to take out the smaller degree wave 1, and it's all of wave 1 and wave 2. That's not so important in the short term. In the short term, it's important to understand that the correction that started in April is considered a WXY structure. And then now that we're coming down in the Y wave, obviously here the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. I had before here a small wave 4 as well, so I had them next to each other. I think we focused so much on the microstructures in recent weeks that I just need to tidy up the chart, so but it doesn't change anything. So A, B, C, and then now we could be in the C wave to the downside. That would unfold in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll see how low that goes. That could seriously take us down, depending on how long the extension of the third wave is, down to 19K, you know, sort of. But it doesn't need to go down that low. We're going to watch, first of all, the area between 22 and 24K for potential bottoming structures. There's also another way how this can be counted. For example, if I don't count that as a WXY, but as an A, B, C, I mean, the low could already be in, yeah, or it might just need one more low. That's why I'm watching currently for bottoming structures and have been for the last few days and weeks. So we're talking about that all the time, but it doesn't really matter which one it is, ABC or WXY. You can't say. We will only know after we've witnessed the first 5-wave move to the upside above resistance, followed by the first 3-wave pullback. Okay, so we're doing that right now. We're watching for these structures to form. So at the moment, I wanted to show you that to explain what's going on here, because if we are in the C wave to the downside here in yellow, then this should form as a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, of wave C, of wave Y, yeah, of wave 2. And basically we're now running into resistance. The resistance is currently respected. Yeah, the price was hovering below the 50% retracement level all weekend. Now it broke above, but it's still within the red resistance box. At the moment, yeah, we can count that as a 1-2 setup that would set us up for lower in this wave count, yeah, of wave C, of Y, of 2. But if the price breaks above 27,480, this will get improbable. Yeah, this existing yellow wave count will get improbable, and we have to focus on the white wave count, which is basically the breakout count. I've shown here now how 5 waves would look like. Based on this wave count, I would have to assume that Bitcoin created a wave 1, moved down in a wave 2, yeah, and potentially working on a third wave now. But I can't really say that the white wave count is unfolding until we see all 5 waves filled in. Yeah? So it's basically that if the price breaks above 27,480, it will make the yellow count improbable. Above the end of August high at 28,190, the yellow wave count will be invalidated. But it really takes 5 waves to fill in the white wave count to possibly 29.5K, and the subsequent ABC pullback. It needs both to confirm that the low is in. Already above 27,480, I will say the low might be in, yeah, a lasting low. But again, it needs the 5 waves to fill in and the 3 waves down. Why are the 5 waves alone not sufficient? Very simple. We could just be dealing with a reset of the B wave. Yeah, so it could just be A, B, C. Yeah, and then it breaks down. So therefore it needs the 5 up and 3 down to fill in. And that's what I'm watching as a bullish breakout count. Until we break above resistance, I prefer the yellow count. Above resistance, we're basically neutral in no man's land. And as soon as we have the 5 waves filled in, I will start to prefer the white wave count. And if we have 3 waves down afterwards, we actually have a trade set up for higher prices. That's what we're watching at the moment. I would obviously, probabilities for a break of resistance have increased, but as long as resistance isn't broken, it's not broken. We've seen it many times that these markets turn around at an instant. And don't forget that we were expecting anyway some volatility this week due to the Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday. So yeah, it's interesting at the moment. We can see that various altcoins at the moment also start to show potential, but it's too early to say if they really have bottomed. It would just be a guess. And I can't even make a guess here because we are below resistance still. So the question doesn't really come up. The question will come up if we break above resistance. Okay, and then again, don't forget that a wave 2 is really only invalidated above the 28,190 level. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. And as a channel member, you get access to the weekly live streams. Every Sunday we do one. You get access to Discord and Telegram, basically our chat rooms, as well as educational content and additional content. As a gold member, you get access to additional short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.